You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli. Welcome to another episode of the Disabled is Able podcast. I'm your moderator, Dad. To the right of me, Fredy. To the left of me, Eli.
Yep.
Are you guys ready for another amazing show?
Yes.
Yes, we are. We're ready.
A lot of things have happened.
Jam-packed.
A lot.
In a week.
You'd be surprised what happens in a week.
A lot can happen in the sports world in a week.
We're about to go into the second round.
We're about to go into the second round, so the NBA is about to become very interesting. We know the first round is always, the 8th seed.
Yeah.
In most cases, they put up a little fight. They're happy to even make the playoffs.
Right.
So that's their championship, and then they go home.
Yeah. Bring in your playbooks.
Bring your playbooks and go home.
Also, I got some hot takes for some of you players out there. It will come soon. We'll get into
Okay,
it.
we're gonna get into some hot takes
got some
today.
hot takes.
Got some hot takes. I'm very
All
upset.
right, well, let's get this thing started.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So, with that being said, listen, the Clippers are in trouble. Except for tonight. I mean, up until this point,
Yeah, they're playing now.
they're playing as we speak. They seem to be, up because Porzingis is out again.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't win a 7-game series without your number 2 superstar. I don't care how good your team is.
Oh, yeah, by yourself? Yeah, no.
So what we have seen is Luka Doncic play superhuman-like.
Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
it came down to a step-back 3.
And
Clutch.
here's the thing, though. Seconds before that, when 19 seconds left, I was thinking, okay, Kawhi, you missed a quick mid-range jumper because he was hitting those easy.
Yes.
I thought he was actually going to make it. I was like, this is Philly all over again.
Right.
I thought he was going to make it because, he's Kawhi is what he does.
No, absolutely.
Well, no, that fourth quarter shot that he took was a bad shot to me.
Okay.
I didn't like the shot.
Yeah,
I know,
it was a terrible shot.
I know what you mean now. But in overtime, it was 19 seconds left. He ran inside. I thought he was going to hit the mid-range, but then he faked out the defender and threw it to Morris, one of the Morris brothers.
Great decision.
Yeah,
decision for the
I
quick
thought that
break.
was the dagger. I was like, oh, damn.
Right. And being unselfish, great decision, great dagger. When 9 seconds left, boom. They had a foul to give. Then it ended up
They
being
gave the foul. They gave the foul.
3.7 seconds left.
Which is an eternity
Yeah,
in basketball.
It's forever.
Right. And then somebody set the pick on Kawhi because Kawhi was going to try to guard Luka. I'm the #1 defender. I'm taking the best scorer right now.
Yes.
And he got his mismatch with the screen and got Reggie Jackson. The moment the ball hit his hands and he hit him with the 2 crossovers, I knew it was a wrap.
Right, yeah. I mean, the shot still has to go because it's from great distance.
Right.
But a lot of things, when you're watching basketball, it doesn't matter how great of a defender you are one-on-one if we set the pick.
Right.
That's what all of this switching and picking is all about, to get the matchup we want. In the finals in 2016, Kyrie Irving was being guarded by Clay.
And they
switched Curry.
Because he knew the better matchup was him shooting over Steph.
Yeah.
So as a result of that, he hit the biggest shot in Cleveland history.
Right.
So they knew coming out of the timeout that Kawhi was going to be on
I wonder
Luka.
if you just said that because you have his jersey on right now.
Oh, no, that's just what we call synchronicity.
Right.
These
He's
things happen.
transitioning right now.
Yes.
He's on a roll.
So they knew coming out of the timeout, if Kawhi Leonard is on you, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
We're going to set a huge pick and make it where he can't get back on you.
And
Luke-
he's going to give Luka the ball because Rick was like, I should have given him the ball a year ago, but I was testing him out to see if he was
If
like
he's
up
ready,
to it. But
yes.
ultimately, when I figured out he was ready, I'm gonna just give him the ball.
This kid is a big time
He's a
player.
superstar.
And
He's a superstar.
he shoots. The way he shoots it reminds me of Paul Pierce. It always reminds me of Paul
it's a
Pierce.
long, slow shot,
And
but
it just always
works.
goes in.
It's long, it's slow, but it's good.
It's good.
So as a result,
And this wasn't off
Paul Pierce.
This wasn't off of a backboard type of...
Nah, it was
this
all net.
All net.
Right. So as a result, the series is 2-2.
Yeah.
If you're the underdog team, That's all you want is a fighting chance.
Right.
Now the ball tonight is in the Clippers ball court,
Paul, you gotta show up. Sorry to cut you off, but like,
George.
dude, you had 9 points.
That's
Are you kidding me?
Dude, he's 13 for like 40 something.
Yeah.
In the series.
Right now, they were up 15, 36 to 21. They were up 21 in the last game.
Yeah.
Before.
And they came back.
Right. So that means nothing. But we are expecting, if Paul George doesn't show up.
You at least gotta give me 40.
Yeah, 35,
Yeah,
40.
you gotta do something crazy.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, going back to the Luka shot, sometimes it's just better offense than defense.
Yes.
Like, you can play all the defense in the world.
Sometimes
it's just better offense.
And that brings me to the Dame Lillard shot last year against
Paul George.
And what Paul George said is correct. That's technically a bad shot.
Yeah.
From half court or something, or when he out there. But when it's good, it's good.
And it's not a bad shot if I had the range to shoot like that.
True, but it's still. Coaches like to look at percentages.
Because no.
Like, is this a high percentage shot or a low percentage shot?
And what are the odds of you taking the three all the way from there
and making it?
And making it?
No, and I get the point, because if I take it from 28 feet, it doesn't matter. It's still the same. It's still
the same score, right?
But coaches who have those range shooters like Steve Kerr,
yes,
who have, because I know Steve Kerr knew the moment he was like, okay, I got to give Clay and Steph the green light, because they can make it from anywhere.
No, absolutely, and it becomes a headache for a defensive coach, because you get to stretch the floor. See, I'm old school. In the 80s, nobody shot anything past. That's all they wanted to do is get to the 3-point line and shoot it. Nobody played that far out.
And players like Ray Allen and Reggie Miller only shot like 5 threes per game.
That was it.
And when they needed them.
Right, and in a clutch situation. So that series is tied. I think the Clippers have to get some chemistry going, because they only played 12 regular season games together.
And I think that's what's I will agree with Nick Ray on this point. He did have a good point by saying, because of that, they kind of act like they're already champions.
Right, and they still haven't.
When they haven't proven anything yet.
Absolutely. Montrez apologizes to Luka.
Yeah, he called him a bad word.
Yeah.
I gotta say it, but he called him a bad word.
I mean, but in the heat of battle.
In the heat of the moment.
I understand it though.
Yeah, in the heat of the battle, but in the climate that we're in,
right?
Guys,
It was sensitive.
It's kind of
Right. So I like the way they dapped it up, and it was genuine to me. Like, yo, this is the heat of the moment. We playing ball, because I've heard worse. Kevin Garnett was the worst.
Yeah, and back in the day, it was like, you said what to me?
Yeah, Michael Jordan was the absolute worst.
Right.
Barkley was the worst. These guys
like,
talking
there was
about
a fighting era
your
in the
kids,
NBA.
yes.
They were like literally fighting. There was no fines, no nothing.
And when I'm on the court, I'm not your friend, but off the court, we can go get a beer.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought in the climate that we're in,
it was better.
You can't
have to. Yeah, you can't have that tension.
But I understand it, because he got mad because Luka called him. He was like, yo, stop flopping, bro.
Yeah. And Luka's a tough kid, man.
Yeah. And he come from Europe. People from Europe are different. I'm telling you, they're different.
Yeah, Luka seemed like the type, he'll curse you out too.
Yeah. And you're not going to rattle him, because I saw the first couple of games, the Clippers was just trying to push him around to see if he was tough.
Yeah.
He's tough.
He's
so
tough.
Now you can let that go. I seen them do that to Larry Bird in the 80s. Let's see if this kid is tough, because he was white.
Right.
He was like, what? Wet him. Wet him. So then they said, okay, this guy's tough.
Got it.
Right.
He's got this.
And he's played with grown men before. Like, he's played with men who need to play overseas.
When he was like 14 and 15.
Yeah, 14, 15, already a pro, playing for Real Madrid over there in Europe.
Right.
So he's been around these players.
He's very, very good.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think what Montrez said, that was, to me, at the bottom of the barrel, like I've heard before. And but I appreciate the the respect factor.
And the fact that Harrell came up to him.
Yes.
And apologized personally, like he didn't do it through Twitter or nothing.
That was big. Also, I'm gonna get a little strategy from y'all. I think Porzingis could have played tonight, but I think Coach Carlisle said we might as well relax, because we know we're gonna lose Game 5 for the most part. But if he comes back for Game 6 and they win Game 6. Then guess what? When you roll that ball out there in a Game 7,
everybody plays.
in the same building,
everybody plays.
Yeah,
so
I think
that's interesting.
Carlisle might have been looking at the long run. Why exert him today to win this game, and then he can't play Game 6? Because no, give him the extra day's rest, And then I do think you will see Porzingis.
Is it the same knee that he injured, or is it the other knee?
I'm not sure. We'll have to find out.
Okay.
But that gives him like a good 4 to 5 days off.
Yes, 4 to 5 days off. You know, resting off your knee could make the difference.
And they're trying to preserve him for the long run.
Right.
They're not in championship mode yet.
Right. They one player away from really saying, but they got their point guard and they got their big man.
Yeah.
They get a couple of shooters on the
All
wing.
you need is a wing or a shooting guard and you're set.
And you're set. Boston and Toronto sweep. Let's clap that up.
You saw it coming.
Yeah, I think Philly is in trouble. We'll speak about that in a few from a coach's standpoint. I think Boston impressed me with their ability to stay focused and get the job done as early as possible.
Right.
Out of the
and
two
Tatum impressed
I
me.
think they both was. Toronto has got championship aspirations to prove.
That's what I was going to say. I was impressed a little bit more about Toronto just because them not having Kawhi, even though they went 17-2.
Yeah, but they don't have Kawhi, but they were playing a Brooklyn team that had no stars.
Right.
At least Embiid was there for Philly, and Philly's other starters were in place. So that's why I gave Boston a little bit more credit for the way they operated. But that next matchup,
against these two,
baby,
yeah,
this is gonna be. I think the team that comes out of this goes to the finals.
Yeah.
I think both of them teams could beat Milwaukee and Miami.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be...
Fred, what were you going to say about Tatum?
Oh, I said Tatum really impressed me as the way he handled the game.
Yes.
And the way he was able to score effortlessly.
Yes.
And he reminded me of like Kobe-ish.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where like he has a good point guard, he has a good supporting role, and all he needs to do is just score. Like, you don't really need to do anything else.
Yeah,
but to Ben Simmons' credit, his percentages went up higher because he wasn't guarded by Ben Simmons.
Because Ben Simmons usually defends him very well.
Ben Simmons, again, when he's guarded by Ben Simmons, he only makes 25% of his shots.
Right.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
So with that being said, he was free to execute. Now he's got to go up against Siakam, Serge Ibaka,
it's going to be a lot harder. Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder.
Fred VanVleet and Laurie, those little dudes being aggressive.
Right. Well, I think Kemba Walker.
Oh yeah, Laurie cancels each other out.
Smart, because Marcus Smart. Boy, his defense is ferocious.
Yeah.
He's different, right? So I'm still going to give the edge slightly to Boston because I think Brown, Tatum, Kemba, and Smart.
They got better chemistry.
I think they got better chemistry, so I think they'll pull it off.
And also for Philly,
I think that's going to go 7.
News out of Philly, they fired Brent Brown this week.
Yes.
Elton Brown came out yesterday and he said that he wasn't planning on trading either Ben or Joel. He wants to give him a chance to see what he could do.
First of all, you already had your chance. You had 4 seasons.
But Elton Brand hasn't been the GM that long there, and in his mind, he's thinking with the right coach.
Right.
I got the point guard.
I heard that they're trying to target Tyronn Lue. They're trying to get Tyronn Lue
from. Be interesting.
So if they get Tyronn, I would give him another chance with them too, because Tyronn knows how to coach.
But do they like each other? Is the question. I'm talking about Embiid and Simmons.
I think we established that last week that they don't, but it doesn't really matter.
It's gonna matter. Don't get me wrong. In between the lines, we're teammates. But it helps if we
have better chemistry
on the same page.
And I don't think that system works with them anymore.
Well, the system is going to change with the coach.
No. But I'm saying that the team between those two, it doesn't work anymore.
No, but I feel like it would work if they put Ben on power forward. If Ben is the power forward and they get a better point guard, I think it could work.
But because Ben can't shoot that well.
Exactly.
He's kind of hardwired to have the ball in his head. Right. Now, if he can play defense at the power forward position and maybe be the extra guy to bring the ball up, that may work.
Yeah.
But I think if Tyronn Lue sees it, he's going to try to put him in the best position to win because it's not like they're conflicting each other in terms of position.
Style. Right? Yeah, no, they don't.
So to me, it might be the other pieces around them.
And I don't believe that if you have a good offer for either Ben or Joel,
they're gonna take
it. Is too good to pass up, you're gonna take it.
They're gonna take it.
Okay, real quick. So what is the deal breaker between duos and how long should they last before you pull the plug and
To me, there are a lot of moving pieces. First, the coach is everything.
Okay.
Because you could take Phil Jackson, could take a team like the Lakers who couldn't win, get out of the first or second round, and he can come in, he can sit his 2 stars down and say, listen, this is what I'm going to need from you. So I think it starts at the top. If Tyronn Lue, a championship caliber coach, who's also a player's coach, he's one of them players. If he gets in and says, guys, what's the problem? You got the ball. You're the shooter. You know what I mean? Let's put some pieces.
You gotta think about it too. They're still young. They still haven't even reached their prime yet.
Right.
Like
So
they're still 20.
So chemistry to me matters from there. But if you get 4 or 5 years,
that's because I'm thinking they've had 4 or 5 years.
I think Brent Brown was always the problem. To me, I didn't like the way we've been talking about his bad coaching
for like the last 2 years.
It's sort of like how we used to always talk about Jason Garrett as
from the Cowboys. You just know this guy's a bad coach.
Okay.
So it kind of takes away from the luster.
And I was watching JJ Redick's podcast where he brought in Jimmy Butler, and they were discussing.
What did Jimmy say?
Jimmy was saying that there was a day where he knew he was going to leave when they went into the film room for like 3 hours and nobody said anything.
Okay.
Nothing happened. Nobody said anything. And he was like, dude,
they wasn't communicating with each other.
They weren't communicating. They weren't talking about what they just saw. They were just there looking at it. And he was like, as soon as he left the room, he told JJ, he was like, I'm done. I'm done. Why were we there if we got nothing done?
And we the film room is for us to point out, hey, Freddie, on that play, I think if you would have pushed up,
exactly,
because we could get a communication.
Good coaches like a Popovich or a Bill Belichick or a Nick Saban will always call you out.
Or you get communication out of the players. Like you'll be like, okay, what did you think you did wrong there?
Right.
If they're wrong, if the answer's wrong, you'll be like, all right, this is what you actually did wrong.
Exactly.
So it's just different.
And see, Tyronn Lue is. He's
not going to let that slide.
He said that to LeBron.
He told LeBron in Game 7, you need to do more. LeBron was like, what? He said, I'm telling you, if you want to win this title, you need to do more. And you have to be able to talk. Because remember, at halftime, Draymond Green had 6 threes.
And it was up by 8.
He was toasting LeBron. Yeah. And then he told him, if you want to win this title, you got to give me more.
And it's a different point of view. Because from the player perspective, you think you're doing everything right.
Right.
That's the whole point of the coach. The coach is there to point out what
the coach can't be afraid of the star players.
Exactly.
Right. And that's what happened.
I think that was the problem with Brown.
Yes. And that's what happened, too, earlier that year. Tyronn Lue told LeBron to shut up.
Yes.
Because LeBron used to have the tendency to talk over his coaches.
He said, dude, shut the F up, bro. I got this. And when the other players saw that, they were like, oh, okay. Because let me do my job. I'm here to do this job.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yes. LeBron tried to be the coach.
Remember LeBron used to come off the bench and be communicating and acting like Tyronn Lue didn't know what he was doing.
Right. Side note, Brooklyn has getting permission to talk to the Spurs.
Greg Popovich?
Ooh.
That's different.
I mean, when I think about Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, can they deal with Popovich? Because Popovich is going to get in your face.
No, but here's the thing, too. You coach with him
in the USA. But it's different. Like, it's a different dynamic.
Because the USA, I might not say the things I would say to you on a regular basis. But if he is the type of coach, they would go to the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, no, definitely.
They be the favorite in the East. If they get the right, like we said before, if they get the right coach, and this would be the right coach for me, they go into the
because who else is available?
Yeah.
That can coach those kind of players.
And you can't tell me.
They never give Mark Jackson
They never do.
No, they've been blackballing him for a long time.
Because Mark Jackson deserves a shot. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you can't tell me with a straight face Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving can't beat Milwaukee.
Right.
With Popovich, who is the second
X's
all-time,
and O's, yes,
or the third, or he's at least in top 5 in all-time coaching.
Oh, he's top 3 right now.
Yeah, he's top 3.
I think another year or two he makes top 1.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if he goes to Brooklyn and wins 1 title, bro, New York will be lit. Sorry for you Knicks fans. Sorry about that.
I know. It's okay.
Sorry, Knicks fans.
I'm so sorry that I got the number 8 pick last Thursday.
That was disgusting.
That was, oh my God.
Jeez, like, could y'all do any worse? What kind of voodoo they got on the Knicks?
You couldn't get top 5?
Last year they got the number 3 pick. They couldn't get the 1 and 2.
They needed 1 or 2 to either get.
All I wanted was LaMelo. Like, is that hard? Is that hard to ask for?
Yeah, I like to turn on the TV and see him.
Low key, Golden State might get him, but we're gonna just trade him.
Speaking about the draft, do you think your theory is gonna work? Where the Golden State is gonna trade it to Milwaukee for Giannis?
Yeah, we give up Wiggins and
the number 1 pick.
Or number 2.
Number 2.
A number 2 pick and something else, maybe a future
because
draft.
I'm not giving you Draymond. I would give him Draymond, but I agree with your theory, which was Draymond needs to stay.
But it's the number 2 pick. It's not the number 1. Maybe if they want LaMelo or they want Anthony.
Dude, look, you can either get Andrew, because it all depends on who Minnesota really wants.
Right.
They don't need him.
Because everybody's saying they're gonna get Anthony, but I don't think they're gonna get Anthony. I think they're gonna get either LaMelo.
Anthony who?
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, but here's the thing. That works for this situation now.
Right.
I can't control that. Now,
and Minnesota is known to screw up.
Yeah, they mess up all the time.
True.
They might take the
because
dude who's number 7.
As a matter of fact, they had a chance to get Steph, Rick Rubio, and Kevin Love on the same squad.
Yes.
And they passed on Steph.
Yes.
They did.
So, here's the thing. It all depends on but either way, it's a number 2 pick. You can't turn that down.
No, you can't turn that down.
I'm just not giving them Draymond.
I mean, you can only turn it down if you know Giannis is leaving. If Giannis is saying I'm out, then you got to get something for him. You know?
But a lot of experts are saying that Golden State might actually keep the pick and take the center from Memphis.
James Wiseman.
Wiseman, James Wiseman. They take the center.
I'll take that.
Which means LaMelo is going to go number 3 to Charlotte, and then I heard that Charlotte might trade for Lonzo, and then have LaMelo and Lonzo, and then sign Leandro.
Ooh.
That'd be
lit.
That'd be lit just to watch the 3 brothers.
Because and their point guard who they have as the replacement, he's a baller.
Yes.
From the replacement for Kemba Walker.
Yes.
Teddy Rozier?
Yeah. Rozier. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that was the trade. They were gonna trade Lonzo.
I'm sorry, the rookie. But the rookie that they got.
Oh.
I forget his name.
Yes.
Okay, he can ball. It's interesting because they got the Puma deal. They're on the Rock Nation.
Okay, real quick.
I don't want him to go to Charlotte though.
If you was Golden State, how would you play that?
If I'm Golden State, if I can't get Giannis, to me the better fit is Ben Simmons.
Right.
Because you can put the ball in Ben Simmons' hands. You can slide Steph Curry to the shooting guard.
To the 2.
Slide Clay to the 3 because he can defend. Put
Draymond
at the 4 and get a big guy in the middle. That's fine. You know what I mean? And then because then the shooting of Ben Simmons won't be that much of an issue.
Yeah, you can hide it.
You can hide it with that kind of shooting. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
Utah, we thought would close out tonight.
Yeah, I still have them winning the series. It's 3-2 now.
Yeah, but Denver fought back.
Tonight.
I have Denver. I don't know. I have Denver because of MPJ. I want him to win.
But he hasn't. You've been rooting for him like he's been dropping points.
Listen.
He only had one game. He hasn't even averaged 40 points in the series.
Listen, I need you to calm down. Don't come at me. All right?
And he's a rookie still. You act like he's the MC. You act like
my words.
But
he
you
is
act
the truth, bro.
I understand. I'm not saying he's not.
Have you not watched his high school tapes?
But see, you're basing that off an amateur hour.
Listen.
You're basing that, and you act like
terrible back injury. You know how hard that is?
Injuries are part of the game, are they not?
Oh my
Kevin
God.
Durant tore his Achilles.
Well,
it's your back. It's your back.
They moved him to on the bench, which is where he needed.
He belongs.
He started
for now.
He got 15 and 5, which is good, and I think that adjustment because they put Grant in the.
Grant is more of a defender.
Right, so they put Grant in there. Millsap can defend. And as a result, I told you, the 7-game series is about adjustments.
Right.
They made the adjustment by moving Porter, a rookie, to the bench, coming off the bench.
Yeah, put
and as
Grant
a result,
in to defend.
They won. So now the move is on Utah to make their adjustment.
Right.
Exactly. But if you give the kid the ball, he will score.
Oh, yeah. He
Mark my words. Give him a year to 2 years, he's going to shock you. Like Luka's shocking everybody right now. No. MPJ's going to shock you.
Luka is a little bit more experienced.
I'm telling you. Just because he comes off a year off.
And here's the thing, though. Luka got drafted by a team that didn't have any stars. You already had Murray, and where the heck are you going to try to fit Michael Porter in?
Listen, if you develop him into a star, he got to have... He's gonna
third
be
scorer.
number 3.
He could be number 3.
He could be number 3.
He can be number 3.
And then Denver, because it's a lot harder for Denver to sign people. Like, who the hell wants to go to Denver?
I actually agree with both of you, right? He's going to develop into what he is, but this is the playoffs. I can't trust rookies.
It's different.
I can't trust, except if you're a superstar rookie.
Right.
I can't
That's
trust
different.
Luka,
That's
like a
different.
Luka.
Right, that's different.
Yeah.
So
Like
both
a
of you
Luka,
guys have made some great points. So Donovan Mitchell is the third player to score 50 points at least twice in the same series.
Yeah.
With the other two was Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan.
Clap that up.
Yeah. Those are major peaks, man. I remember the series Allen Iverson did. He did it against Vince Carter.
Yeah,
That was a very monumental series because Vince dropped 50 in one of those games as well.
Now here's the thing. I do agree with your statement off camera because we were talking about Donovan Mitchell while we was watching the game, and you were saying how Donovan only plays up to the competition when it matters most. He doesn't keep the same energy during the regular season. I kind of see that now.
Yes, and
Which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
what makes you a superstar is you got to be able to seize the opportunity and close teams out. Now, I'm not saying I didn't see the game tonight, so I'm not saying because he had 30 plus points.
Yeah.
So he came to play, but it's a difference when you get a team down. You got to keep them down.
Yeah.
So the next
can't give
game,
them hope.
the next game,
He has to go off.
if Denver wins the next game,
It's gonna be a problem.
it's going to be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
So
But I am happy for Donovan Mitchell.
I'm happy
No,
for
I
him.
am. You gotta put, he deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Gotta put some more respect
But-
on AI's name.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
But just with the eye test, because I've been watching the series, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he has to do it every single night, no matter what. The Heat sweep the Pacers. Clap that up.
I told you.
I didn't think that. I thought the Pacers, who are very well coached, and
With Victor Oladipo and
but I didn't realize Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich was out. Sabonis was also out.
Right. Sabonis and Bogdanovich was out, and as a result, they didn't have the full
Wait, but
team.
isn't Sabonis with
No. Sabonis was out. Bogdanovich plays for the Jazz. Now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But Sabonis is their number one guy.
Right.
20 and 12.
Right.
And Nate McMillan is a great coach. I thought they'd get one game.
Yeah, and Butler shut down a one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew this. People. I called this.
Yes.
Also, Milwaukee.
And Oladipo didn't do his job.
And game 4, I watched game 4, and Butler didn't even play his best. He only had 6 points.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter because the system that they were in,
and Dragic was
going off, and they were playing the dirty ball. They were grabbing all the loose balls. They were getting the extra points, all the loose rebounds. So they was doing the dirty work.
Milwaukee, I know y'all gonna win probably tomorrow when we watch that game, but y'all woke up a sleeping giant in Miami.
Yeah.
So you think Miami has a legitimate chance?
I got Miami in 6.
Same thing.
I got Miami in 6.
Same thing.
Ooh, I'm not sure I'm ready to
I got
jump
Miami
on
in
that
6.
bandwagon.
Same thing.
I haven't seen enough of Miami.
And we gotta apologize to Jimmy Butler because he's had a bad track record and a bad rep because he went to Minnesota, like me and you said, who wants to play Minnesota?
Yeah.
No disrespect to Minnesota. Y'all got the number
No, we
one
love
pick.
Minnesota. We want to go to Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I'm just saying, who really wants to play Minnesota? And then the Philly thing, he tried to make work, but like you said, Freddie, he watched that film tape and he was like,
He saw some
He
things.
was like, dude, like this the
Doesn't
whole
feel
organization, it don't feel right. I don't feel like my effort is valued here.
but I see a different urge and energy with
Well,
him.
when you rocking with Pat Riley and
and Pat
Spoelstra,
Riley don't play that.
And you
Yeah.
in South Beach, you got
Yes.
the mansion, you got the
And
sun.
no
he
state
said-
tax. No state tax.
Right, that's
He
different.
said his
He's in a commercial. You know, in a beer commercial.
Yeah, I saw.
he said the difference was in Miami because they asked him, why do you play so well with Miami? He said, because I can curse people out, hold them accountable. It's coming from a good heart place,
Yes.
but it just doesn't come
Right.
across as like
And
sentimental.
It's reciprocal because they
Right.
do the same thing to
Right.
him when
Right.
when he's messing up. Bam curses him out a lot of times.
Right. And here's the thing. Miami has big bodies for Giannis.
Got you. And they build that wall.
And Jimmy knows exactly how to defend Giannis because I saw it when they was playing against each other. He put his elbow in his lower back and it messes him up somehow.
Got you.
You know.
So as the head goes, the snake dies.
Yeah, basically.
So once they get with a Giannis,
Yeah.
ooh, you
And
know what?
your boy Middleton. 2 points.
Militant, I don't know where you're at, dog.
No, he had
No. Let me.
This is hot take.
This is a hot take right now because appreciate Fredy giving me the information because we was on the phone and he told me game 2, Chris Middleton only had 2 points. I said, hold on, really?
Wow. I think I can get 2 just on random.
Now,
Wow.
Chris, I thought I was trying to.
professional.
I thought I was gonna rattle some feathers and wake you up, and you didn't wake up at all. And then in the series, he's only been averaging about 15 points per game.
That's not gonna get
That's
it done.
not going to get it done.
Yeah, when you the
Like
number
I
2
said,
scorer.
like I said before, D-Wade would never give me 15 points per game in the series.
Yes.
Klay Thompson would never give me 15 points per game in the series. Who else is a good sidekick? Tracy McGrady, even though I still don't think he should be a Hall of Famer. I know that's a hot take.
Whoa, hold on.
I said that before.
Hold on, you're wilding right now. Whoa.
Tracy, you are not a Hall of Famer to me.
I'm gonna just act like you didn't say that.
No, it's
You're wilding.
true though.
Who else has scored 18 or how many points did he score in like?
Y'all basing that off of one game?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Performance? Okay, but besides, that's another topic for another day. Tracy would still, I think, would most likely give me a little bit more than 15 points per game.
Yeah, the
You
number
feel me?
2s
The number 2s have to deliver.
20, 25.
Yeah. No, if you was number 3, all right, cool.
Right.
But you're not number 3. You're number 2.
And if you was a rookie, I'll give you a big pass.
But I also say this, and this is just me
And
his,
the money he got you.
This is me in his defense. A lot of teams play up or down to the competition, right? You know you got Orlando in front of you. You know they can't, so you might mentally drift.
Not outside their control.
It ain't like they needed these points after the first game.
Okay,
but Giannis is exerting too much energy, scoring 35.
Right, and here's the other thing
36.
too.
23 years old.
I said it last week. I had too much data of you only giving me 15 points per game in multiple series.
It's a matter of consistency. Like you gotta, if you drop me 15, 20, okay, you're being consistent here. You're not giving me 2 points.
Right, and here's the other thing too. It reminds me of when we watch James Harden in the playoff series. He goes off for the first round. He sweeps the first round team, right? Then he'll average let's say he averaged about 35 points per game in the first round. Then it goes from 35 to 25. Then it goes from 25 to about 22-ish in the third round, and then you go home.
Yeah.
And his across the board.
Can't argue with that.
Bro. Just the statement is, if Milwaukee don't win the championship, Giannis is leaving.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's all I want to say.
All right. We'll
Also,
see.
real quick, going back to the Toronto-Boston thing real quick, they're going to play on Thursday, but apparently because of the social injustice situation.
with Jacob, I forget his name.
Jacob Blake.
Yeah, Jacob Blake. They're considering not playing as a way to protest.
Yeah,
so I think they don't want to play because they want to give Lowry a couple extra days to get healed up. But that's just me. And that's not to take away from the social stuff, because I don't know what not playing is
And
going to do.
doesn't mean personally, I don't think that makes much of an impact because everybody else is playing.
Right,
You're just
right.
the one team
Right.
that are not deciding to play.
And you're not even a team from Wisconsin.
Right.
If Milwaukee, because that's
Right.
the team. If they decided not to play because they're from that area, it would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, that's a good point. But
guys.
Oh wait, okay. Sorry, another thing popped into my head. The body cam on the GM.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that in a few. I'm gonna get to that.
Sorry.
The Laker haters have been quiet for the last 3 games.
Yeah, last 2 games.
Yeah.
No, 3. We won 3
Oh, right,
in a
3
row.
in a row. 3 in a row.
Get it right.
My bad.
3 in a row.
Get it right.
So let's clap that up for all the
Clap it
Laker
up.
haters. LeBron and them have established themselves. And last night was a big win because it was Kobe.
Kobe, 24. They had a 24-8 lead.
Yes.
It was just special. It was different.
It was different. It was special. They wore the Black Mamba jerseys. LeBron showed up and showed out.
J.R. Smith tied Kobe for the most threes in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out J.R. I think they need to get in these blowouts. They got to get J.R. Smith some minutes.
Yeah, that's what they was doing.
Because
they
he
was
is
playing
a
J.R. Smith.
sniper. He's a sniper. And so the Lakers are looking to, and in that game, Damian Lillard hurt his knee.
Yeah, but hold on. We're not gonna give him an excuse. I'm not giving him an excuse. I know that. because I looked at the box score. You played 25 minutes and you only had 11 points.
Well, you got to give the defense some credit.
No, I'm not.
And then he's fourth quarter Dame.
But
so
here's the
you
thing.
know that's when it's Dame time.
Dame, I'm tired of you talking and not backing your talk up.
So now you sound like a
Bro,
Skip
you were just
Bayless.
defending him.
When was I defending him?
Oh, right, we weren't defending him. Never mind.
Forgot. Okay, I'm
We
just
were against your dad.
okay.
I forgot.
I'm
We got to keep the same energy.
yeah. I'm just saying.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Check your background records before you come
Okay.
in my direction. Okay, no, but seriously, Dame, I'm just tired because here's my problem. He reminds me of what you were saying about Donovan Mitchell. He backs it up in the regular season, then in the postseason you don't show up.
Well,
You don't keep that same consistent energy of dropping 45 to 50 points per game.
Well, let me
It's different.
intertwine. May I?
Also, the only time you went further in the playoffs was when LeBron did not make it to the playoffs. Am I wrong?
This is the first. Last year was the first year that they were even close.
But mind you, LeBron wasn't playing in the playoffs.
Yes, but LeBron was never in the West.
No, last year they didn't make the playoffs. If LeBron and the Lakers had made the playoffs,
They wouldn't
They
even.
wouldn't have-
yeah.
That's what I'm saying now.
May I interject?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
is hard to score 50 points a game in the playoffs. The
Yeah.
competition, and remember, I'm zoned in on you more in the
everybody
playoffs
else.
than in the regular season. So I still expect you to have an impact. Like, I don't care who you put on Jordan in his prime or Kobe. It's like you could bring the whole team. I'm still going to get you for 40, 45. Dame is a little guy. He can shoot, right? But if he's the one guy I got to stop in a 7-game series, I'm going to stop him. I'm sorry. His other players, Melo's playing well.
Melo's playing well.
Yeah, Melo.
Yeah, I hope Melo get a contract next year.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get it.
How is CJ
Lakers.
playing? Because CJ.
Yeah, CJ is off and on. CJ is the X factor to me. Sometimes
Yeah.
he goes missing for long stretches in the game.
He
But
gets
his-
hot and cold, but
yeah,
when he
yeah,
gets
but
hot, it's like
feel
it's
like
hard.
Right.
I feel like that with Dame now.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I feel like they
I'm
need
just
a
saying,
third player.
If you not, they
And
can't
Nurkic-
carry your whole team.
Nurkic is too.
Yeah, I don't like Nurkic.
Nurkic
he's
is a
just
little
not-
too slow
yeah,
for me,
he's not-
and his discipline disgusts me.
Yeah,
He keeps fouling like
his
crazy.
temperament is disgusting.
yeah.
to me.
He has to work on his discipline.
But I'm saying, bro, you can't.
Because we were upset that they lost Game 1, especially Dad here.
Yeah, very.
He was
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. Because no,
I didn't get no
He,
sleep.
he ain't got no sleep. He went to the bathroom.
But even
came
that
out
game-
the bathroom. He was like, "Yo, KCP gotta go," and we were like, "Dude, you were just in the bathroom."
Yeah,
like,
I
"What
said, he gotta
He was
go.
like, "I was thinking." He was like, "No, he gotta go now. He gotta go now."
because even in that game, he didn't really have a magical night. The only game he's had is I believe Game 3. He had 34 points.
Yeah.
So the Lakers know that they're not going to let one player
They're not.
of his size beat them in a 7-game series. So with that being said, like we said, Brent Brown got fired. Popovich,
Did we talk
Kobe
about
Day.
the-
Now I want to talk about the GM from Toronto.
Toronto, okay.
So the body cam footage came out that he was actually correct.
Yeah.
He did not instigate because the security guard tried to say he instigated the whole thing, and
Also-
the body cam clearly shows
Also, this is
the
like
lack of respect
We're talking about something that happened back in last June.
in the finals.
In the finals.
In the finals, him being the GM of the Toronto Raptors, they just won the title. Every security guard there should know who he is. And for him to try to come over the rope and for him to get pushed like that twice was an embarrassment to the Golden State Warriors organization.
Yeah, they put out a statement recently.
Yeah, they put out a statement in regards to this, and there should be some actions taken because this is a GM who Lowry had to come and pull him, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
over, and that's just an embarrassment.
And
And,
it's
the GM, I mean, the security guard all this time was making it seem like, oh, he was the aggressor,
And
he
this is
was
what-
not.
And this is what we.
And why did this come out now?
I think they were holding the footage.
For investigation purposes?
Right, investigation purposes.
And this is what we're trying to fight against.
And
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
There's small things like this that escalate into the bigger problem, like Jacob Blake.
yes, this is
Right.
what we're talking about. So with
But,
that being said,
did we talk about the Houston?
Houston what?
The Houston
Houston,
Rockets?
we got a problem.
Oh, Houston Rockets and OKC. We
Yeah.
didn't. My bad. It's not on my dossier here. So for some reason, it's a slip on my part. We'll blame management behind the scenes for that. But the Houston Rockets could be in trouble. Yes, no, get it out. Let it all out. A good laugh is good.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I'm dying.
Let me know when you're ready. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just the way you said it, guys. It was funny.
Oh, okay. All right. So, it's 2-2. Right? It's a 2-2
format,
but I do believe Houston is in trouble. I believe the better playing team right now is OKC.
Yeah,
I think Chris Paul is the ultimate floor general. I think if the games are close, OKC will win.
Yes.
I thought they were gonna split the first 2 games in my head, and then OKC was gonna go up 3-1 because I felt like OKC was the better team out rip. And because they didn't have an answer for Chris Paul, but Chris Paul didn't really show up until Game 3 and Game 4.
Right.
Because he was playing pedestrian
And
like.
Schroeder is their X factor. He's been scoring 30.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
And Alexander's been showing.
But what do you do what's the update on Westbrook?
I have no idea.
He's still questionable.
Because if he shows up, then of course the landscape changes somewhat. Because he can defend
and
because
the plan was you go to Game 3, you win Game 3 because it was a close game, and if House would have made the free throw, Chris Paul missed the layup, we would have won Game 3. Game 4, all right, OKC, they probably should have won that, so I would have gave them 1 game, and then you could have closed them out in Game 5.
And get the rest
but
that he needs.
No, you got to make it complicated.
Now the longer this goes,
it benefits OKC.
But it also benefits the Westbrook to come back in the Game 7 or Game 6.
But if he come back,
the plan,
is he going to hit the ground running when he comes back?
Exactly. That was
or
the plan.
is he going to be half,
half Westbrook? The plan was to hold out for round 2, put Westbrook in round 2
against the Lakers.
Get him running again. Because Westbrook's going to give you 110% no matter what.
No matter
what. If he's ready, he's ready. He's going to be ready. He's going to make himself ready. So that wasn't the plan. And now Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
And this small ball is not working.
The small ball is not working. And why are you guys taking 63s and only making 25 of them?
No, these are all great
Are you kidding me?
These are great
Yeah, I wonder why. 2 to 3 years, 2 years ago, y'all went 1 for 27 when Chris Paul was on the bench.
Yes.
And Chris Paul even knows, he's like, what are we doing?
Preach.
Didn't I tell James Harden not to do that?
Yeah, and James Harden, to me, is...
And Mike D'Antoni not to do that?
Uncoachable.
I don't understand because Harden, Game 3, was this Game 3 or Game 4?
Game 4.
Game 4, you went to the basket and you were scoring easily.
Yes.
Not a problem, and especially down the stretch. When you needed a bucket, because they were trading buckets at the end of the 4th, when you needed a bucket, you were easily going to the paint, scoring. As soon as they started shooting, break. Like, I don't understand. Like, if something's working...
They're a hot and cold team.
Yeah.
The next game, they'll come out and make 29 threes.
Yeah.
Right.
And earlier in the game...
Go 29 to 32.
Earlier in the game, in Game 4, they made 18 straight threes.
No, 8 straight.
8 straight
coming
threes,
out of the second half.
And then they went 3 for 23?
And then they went 3 for 25 the rest of the way.
So I'm
Or
like,
5
dude.
for 25 the rest of the way.
Like, if the 3 ain't working, shoot a 2.
But that's Mike D'Antoni's fault, too.
Yeah,
He loves that.
He loves
That's why Phoenix, even though they should have beaten San Antonio if a starter might didn't get suspended.
Yeah.
That's why Phoenix never goes that far.
Facts.
Did they extend Mike?
No, he's getting fired.
No, I think this is his last year to come.
They haven't extended him yet? Yeah, if you get, no, you're done.
And then you're done.
If you get, nah, you're done.
All right. You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
So, not a lot of baseball news. Strasburg is out for the season. He has carpal tunnel neuritis in his right hand.
Yeah. That hurts.
And I think, yes, and as a pitcher, your hands is everything.
Right.
So he's out for the season. The Dodgers are the team to beat, guys, so far.
Yeah, I think
It's early, but we're 30 games in. This is the halfway mark.
The trade deadline is on August 31st. So it's coming up.
Trade deadline is coming of who's going to make a move.
Boston is a seller. They're thinking about trading J.D. Martinez.
Oh, okay. So they're sellers. Who else are sellers?
Seattle's a seller.
They always selling.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah. We could always get something, buy something from them.
We're thinking about trading for one of the pitchers.
Yeah, Boston. I'm sorry. The Dodgers are 22-8.
Yeah, that's their record. So the power rankings are Dodgers at number 1, Oakland number 2. The Oakland A's.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Rays, who've been beating up on the
I
Yankees.
give them that. They never get love. I always say if Tampa would be in a different division,
Yes.
they would win every
Yes.
time. Because they have a great team.
And they're fundamentally sound all
Yep.
the time.
Right.
They play hard.
And they're thinking about moving Tampa to Canada
Oh,
because
okay.
their
'Cause of the
fans
fan
are
base.
not showing up.
Right.
First, they're thinking about doing. They were thinking about doing this pre-coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
They were thinking about doing half a season in Tampa and the
And
other
half.
half in Canada.
Wait,
Yeah.
so we gonna have 2 Canada
That was the
teams?
plan.
There used to be 2. There used to be the Montreal Expos.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That was the plan. They were gonna split between half the season in Tampa, half of the season in Canada.
Because at the end of the day, the fans got to show up. But this Corona thing has changed the dynamics for all teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The Yankees are number 4.
Okay.
Good spot to be.
Injuries. We
Yeah,
always get hit by the injury plug lately.
Yeah.
All right, Minnesota's number 5. Chicago Cubs number 6. Houston Astros or the Houston Cheaters. Number 7. Atlanta Braves 8. Cleveland Indians 9. And the Padres are number 10. Clap that up for the power rankings.
Yep, the Padres are the first team in history to hit 4 Grand Slams in 4 straight games.
Wow.
Oh no, correction. I think it's 5 because they hit 1, and 2 of them were game winners
Wow.
by Manny Machado and Hosmer.
That's dope. So, that's it for baseball.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled
So, Eli, you've been
podcast.
the Hard Knocks series.
Yeah, me and Freddie caught up on it yesterday,
Okay, so what
Yeah.
you guys think?
and it is. I still love it.
Give me the
Yeah.
setting. Where's the set? In Atlanta?
This is in Los Angeles. It's with the Chargers and the Rams.
Chargers and the Rams sharing the same building.
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But I believe they are sharing the new stadium together. Now, here's the thing. Because of the pandemic, everything is changing. Right? They're doing everything with walkthroughs now. They have 2 practice facilities, like 2 football fields.
Side note, White Sox pitcher Lucas Galeotto has allowed no hits through 8 innings. So that's a no-hitter watch.
No-hitter?
But go ahead.
Cool. They have 2 practice facilities now. One with a fake turf and one with the real turf
Okay.
to create social distancing. They have to get tested every day. This, that, and the other. And there's no preseason games at all.
Right.
And what that does for your rookies is bad. The guys on the bubble.
Right, and I was telling Freddie that as a head coach and a GM, making the cuts are harder. Because
Right.
now I'm just gambling on every player now.
Right.
Like, what if I just cut my next superstar?
Yeah.
Right. Because I
Whereas-
haven't seen you played against other teams, the other
Right,
31
because
teams.
there's one thing to be in practice, and it's another thing to see them in games
Yeah.
and go, you know what, this guy looks like a gamer. So
Right.
a
Because
lot of guys.
I think
yeah.
we previously have spoken about reducing the preseason because the preseason doesn't really matter.
right injuries. And stuff.
and that's what
But
they
to
that-
take it away 100% it's
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing before the pandemic. That's what they had agreed to do because they wouldn't give us one more regular season game instead of 17. It's 18 now. And the Chargers already cut some players and the Rams. But I was watching the cuts because me and you like to watch the cuts.
Yeah.
And one of the tight ends, he was like the 3rd string tight end. He was pissed. And I'm like, bro, why are you getting so upset? This is a business. Don't take it personal, right?
Right.
Then I was thinking, it's like getting fired at your job.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
in his mind, he probably think I'm doing
No,
the job.
yeah.
And he's been with the team before.
I'm flipping the burgers correctly.
And I understand that.
He's
But
been
I'm
with
like,
the team before, and you're gonna come again.
right, and I understand that. I get that. But I was saying, like, bro, you're not supposed to take this personal. Just appreciate
It's
the opportunity.
business.
It's a business. And look, and Anthony Lynn had to cut a lot more players than usual. So did what's the Rams head coach? LaCroix?
Sean
Rams.
Garrett? Sean Garrett?
No, the Rams, the young guy.
Yeah. McCoy. He had to, because they had to cut them a week earlier.
Oh, so they had to push the
Weeks
cuts
earlier.
up.
Yeah, they had to push the cuts up.
Wow.
And this rookie on the Rams, I have his name, Dante. Hold on, guys. Dante Dion. He makes me upset.
Wow.
He's like a class clown.
Ooh.
He's one of those class clowns where you're a jokester and you around your friends and you're making everybody laugh, but at certain points it's time to get serious.
It's time to get serious about
and lock in.
But he's still on. They didn't cut him yet.
No, because he's on the border. He's on those.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those players that's on the practice facility, and then he sometimes makes the roster
Oh,
cuts.
so they'll cut him.
They'll cut him because
They'll be
I'm
like, the joke is on you.
right? Because I'm watching him, and I'm like, bro, you're not taking this enough seriously enough.
Gotcha.
You keep joking around.
He wasn't really wearing the mask.
He was joking around, and I'm like, bro, I get that.
But there's a
but
time
Like,
to get
it's
serious.
cool, but it's like we're not
And
about
then
here to
too,
joke. We're
he
here to
acts
work.
like his demeanor towards the approach of the game. He acts like he did something when
He hasn't
track
done nothing.
record wise we haven't done anything. And I'm thinking like, yo, you should really. And the narrator even said, he said, yo, you should. That player should really watch Jalen Ramsey, because Jalen Ramsey is his first string, and Jalen Ramsey goes to work.
He goes about his business. So, with that being said, what days does the Hard Knocks air?
Tonight at 10. It's on now.
Oh, tonight at 10. Okay.
And then it goes.
I think it's every Tuesday, no?
It's every Tuesday up until they come back September 10th.
Okay, let's keep that in mind for the Hard Knocks series.
But yeah, bro, you need to take time. You're making me upset.
It's a lot more drama compared to the one they did last year with the Raiders.
Yeah.
It was just like they're just practicing, it was boring. But because of the pandemic and they're trying to make it more like drama based,
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
so
But-
it's a lot more entertaining.
But yeah, once again, Dante, take your job seriously, bro. Stop moving around.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled
So,
podcast.
soccer.
Yes.
Somebody wants to leave.
Okay, so reportedly, Lionel Messi,
Messi, big time player.
big time player, probably debatable, best player in the world.
Okay,
Yeah,
debatable.
Close to Ronaldo. I'm a Ronaldo stan, so.
Okay, all right. But he gives you a little
But
competition.
I give him his credit because
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
a genius.
Where did they rank Neymar?
Neymar he's like top 3, top 4, top 5.
I'm cool with
He's
that.
top 5.
I'm cool
I don't want to say 3, but to me he's top 3 because it's like, because I saw Neymar live when he played against Colombia. Every time this man touched the ball, the whole stadium was quiet. It's
like an awe.
It's like,
Let him work.
and then as soon as he misses,
Right.
so it's just like, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen that in my life.
Right.
And soccer stadiums, like, if y'all ever go to a soccer stadium, it gets lit. It gets lit. People start jumping.
It has the most fan
Like,
base.
there's people sitting in the staircase that they're not even supposed to be sitting there. I'm like, dude, like, where the hell is your chair? And they don't even have chairs. But it's a different story. So, Lionel Messi reportedly wants to leave Barcelona.
And where does he want to go? Is it in the Reds?
Right now, the rumor is he wants to go to Manchester City because he has coaches there and players there that he's worked with before.
Right.
And one of his best friends who plays with him on the Argentinian team
Plays for.
plays for Manchester City.
Oh yeah. That's
So
that's
that
a done
could be
deal.
that could be, and the reason why he wants to leave is because he's been disappointed with the way Barcelona has been transitioning into this sort of rebuild that they're in.
And
Because
he doesn't want to be a part of the rebuild.
he doesn't want to be a part of rebuild because he wants to win now. He knows mother time,
Yes.
father time is getting to him.
Yes.
He can't take as much of the hits as he used to because
Right.
the one thing I've always admired about Messi is that when he gets hit, he doesn't want to fall. He won't take the foul. He'll keep going until you literally knock him down.
Wow. So he's made of that.
He's made
built for that.
He's built for that. And he's just so strong and so miniature
Right.
that the strength that he has is impressive. So it's either Manchester City, which is in England, in the English league, which is known as one of the hardest leagues in the world because that's where soccer originally came from. Or the other rumor is he's going to Paris Saint-Germain, which is the Paris team that Neymar's in.
Okay.
And I have an issue with that because I want Neymar to win the Champions League, which is like the ultimate trophy that you win with your team. Because there's different types of trophies in soccer.
Okay.
There's the regular season, the mid-season trophy, and like the World Cup, which is like with your country. That's different. That's a whole different. That's a whole. Only a select few people win those.
Right.
But the Champions League is like the finals in basketball.
Got you.
So Neymar, this Sunday was the final, and Neymar was finally in it after being traded.
That's when they
after
lost
being
to,
signed. Yeah, and that's when they lost to Bayern.
Right.
Bayern, which is a Germany team, which is one of the best teams in the world also.
Okay.
And they had a Canadian kid who's 19. He was a refugee. He came from poverty. He was a refugee from Africa, moved to Canada, became a Canadian, and then went from the MLS, which is the league here in the United States, to Germany, won the championship in Germany, and now he's like one of the biggest of the biggest players in the world. And Drake just followed him on Instagram, and he went crazy.
Clap that up.
So you gotta clap that up. You know, I'm sad for Neymar because I want him to win. I want him to prove the haters wrong that he could win without Messi. Because I think he deserves to win without Messi. I think he should win the best player in the world award eventually. And yeah, Messi, is he gonna leave? We don't know. But that's the news, people.
All right, breaking news: the no-hitter has been complete. Clap that up.
That was fast.
That was like
It was the 8th inning, so he blanks him the first no-hitter in 2020 Major League season. All right, so clap that up for Lucas Gallialdo.
I haven't seen a perfect game in so long.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled
And before we get out of here, guys,
podcast.
let's talk about some culture.
Yeah.
Some music. Nas album, Slamming.
Fire.
Fire. You need, you act like he too old for you.
Yeah,
Slamming.
nah, you gotta listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, you get into
What
the
did you
lyrics.
think? What did you think about Hit? Because that's from your era. Now this from your era.
I thought it was a great album. I don't want to hear my 50-year-old counterparts sound 12. So I don't want him to do what the artists of today do. Right. I want him to stick to his formula because I want to be able to grow with hip-hop as a 50-year-old, and Nas represents that.
Did you think he did that well?
Yes.
Okay.
With this album and the Kanye West produced album, which one?
This one was more of a complete album.
Okay.
The Kanye West was 6 or 7 songs, which I thought were pretty good. But this is not a classic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this new album is anything a classic, but it's a very good quality album by Nas. Okay. And to see him and the Firm get back together, AZ, Cormega, and Foxy Brown on a classic song. The song he did with Lil Durk was fire because he used the sample from If Beale Street Can Talk. I love that instrumental. Say flip that. Okay. So that was dope.
What did you think about Hit Boy? Because Hit Boy is like our generation.
I thought the combination and Hit Boy produced up to where Nas could do his thing. Right. So shout out to Hit Boy. Great.
Yeah, great boy.
Great.
Yeah.
Also,
I didn't think Hit Boy hit him with the all that stuff from your generation.
Yeah, he hit him with the groaner.
Hit him with the groaner.
Hopefully, Jay-Z doesn't drop a secret album.
Yeah, well, Jay-Z is dropping an album soon. Yeah. But
here's the thing. Every time Nas drops something, they had to drop.
So we've already discussed that. That's very suspicious.
Yeah, it's stingy. Just let it go, Jay.
It's in his mind. Let it go, Jay.
Let it go. And that Pharrell song is not that good.
No, that song is terrible.
That good.
That song.
Oh, the Pharrell song?
Yeah.
That's not it.
It's not it.
So Big Sean, y'all just put me on to this.
Yep.
His album is dropping next Friday. Next Friday. But he's got a song with Nip.
R.I.P. Nip.
Yeah.
And it is a complete banger.
Yeah.
Yes.
He put some bars up on that.
Bars.
Nipsey opened it up beautifully, and then Big Sean took it home and got rid of all the rumors, all the drama.
Right. He talked about Kendrick. He talked about a possible baby miscarriage. Possibly Janae. We don't know. Speculation.
Yes.
He talked about dealing with suicidal thoughts that he never knew he had.
Right. Yes.
He talked about the schooling system and how it doesn't teach you how to deal with anxiety and depression.
He talked about how social media doesn't really help you out either.
Yeah, he went in.
It's called Deep
Deep reverence.
Deep reverence. So let's clap that up for Big Sean. Yeah. And if the album is going to be anything like this single,
might be a classic.
Might be a classic.
And also, I want to say I appreciate Nip. Unfortunately, I appreciate him more after his death because I knew who he was as a person,
but I wasn't on his music.
But I wasn't on his music because he lives in the West Coast, and I had that stigma where it's like, okay, he probably makes West Coast music. I'm from the East Coast. Not to say West Coast music is bad, but
no, I get it.
Their bop and their sound is different to me. So I can't. It takes me a minute to adjust.
Yes.
So after his death, when I listened to his Victory Lap album, I actually appreciated what he was saying, and I was like, how did I not listen to this before?
It makes you, yeah.
It made me regret. So every time I listen to him now, post, I just get goosebumps because it's like, damn, this dude was so ahead of his time.
Right.
And we have the 19th anniversary of Aaliyah passing away.
Yeah. That's today.
Yeah, that's today.
That's today?
Yeah, it was today.
So shout out to her and her family.
Isn't it 20th?
It might be 20. It might be 20.
Yeah, no, I think it's 20th.
No, because it was an 01. So 01
right. It was 01. It
was
okay,
01.
Yeah, so Aaliyah has made a great impact on people with her music.
Yeah.
She's pre-Beyonce.
Yeah.
And
she changed the R&B game so much.
And then here becomes another devil's advocate. If she doesn't have that tragic accident, do we really have the Beyonce that we have now?
Well, maybe.
I feel like we have a way more tighter competition.
No, I feel like Beyonce would have made it regardless.
Yes, me too, because she was so talented. And not saying, but when you have choice, you have choice.
Right.
Beyonce's dancing, her singing, you know.
Her live performance is different.
I totally understand that, but I'm saying I don't think it would have been.
You're talking about her trajectory?
Yeah, I don't think it would be such a landslide because there's such a gap between
but
Beyonce
it's not a landslide because where do you put Rihanna? Like Rihanna's right there, musically. I'm talking about because you ask a lot of people and they're gonna pick Rihanna.
A lot. She has a different fan base.
Yeah.
And then when you get overexposed to an artist too much, you're looking for something else.
So, I feel like it would have been, you know how we had the three-headed monster with Drake, Cole, and Kendrick?
Right.
It would have been the same thing. It would have been Beyonce, Rihanna, and Aaliyah. Right. I feel like that personally, I feel like that.
Because I kind of felt like it was, because I'm basing it off of like how Nicki, like how when Remy went to jail, Nicki took over for the whole decade.
Yeah.
And there was no competition for Nicki. It's the same thing for me for Beyonce.
But we had Alicia Keys, you know,
Mary J. Blige.
So the R&B field is a little different.
Yeah, true.
Guys, last thing I want to discuss is Jacob Blake. Just your closing thoughts on what we saw and what we can do differently with these situations.
Yeah, this happened late Sunday night. I didn't see the video, but I heard articles of it, and apparently he was trying to break up a fight between his neighbors, and the police got called on the scene, and he was just trying to separate those two, and they accused him.
Yeah.
And then it looked like, I guess he went around his car. He was leaving the situation.
He was heading toward his car, and
I'm assuming they thought that he was reaching for something.
Perhaps.
But it just looks like, they said that it just looked like he was trying to get into his car, and they shot him 7 times in the back, which was insane.
Yeah.
And it's cowardly. Like, think about the significance of shooting someone in their back.
Right. 7 times.
And it happened with a gentleman during the protest. They shot him in his back. I forgot the name of the gentleman that he
And he had his kids in the car.
Right. He had his kids.
So
which is very
it's not even traumatic to the woman who was there, to the man himself, because thank God he survived. He survived and he's apparently stable.
But once again, these are the situations we're trying to prevent in the first place.
Yes.
This is why we have injustice situation, and we're kneeling for the flag against police brutality situations.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's just so disturbing that we are able to access these types of videos through our phone like that.
Because they're traumatized.
Because they're traumatizing.
I didn't even watch it. I
haven't watched it. Yeah.
The only reason why I watched it was because it was so much.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere in my face. They even put it on the news.
Yeah.
They put it on the Spanish news. They obviously took away the gunshot motion.
Yeah.
But they put it towards basically.
And I'm kind of tired of people just recording it and not doing anything about it, but I get the fear factor of it.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking, why are you recording this and not?
Yeah, but it's just
what
so
can you
hard.
do
What can you do
when
they
they're the
have a
police
gun and you
officers?
don't?
You know.
Or simply they have a gun and you don't.
Also, what did that think of LeBron's statement?
Oh yeah,
With the double.
LeBron has been trying to be on the forefront of keeping the awareness there,
Right.
and I'm with that.
And we're all with that.
But he made a slick statement about his mind is in two places.
Right.
On our people and on this game.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had an issue with that too.
I have an issue with that because to me that says if you lose the finals, you have a built-in excuse.
Right.
Play if you're in the bubble, and I understand, your heart is heavy because what's going on. But don't throw that statement out there because it looks like to me that you're softening the landing, the blow if you don't win the finals the way you should or capable.
Right, and then like I was saying off the air, I was saying by him having two battles that he's trying to fight at the same time is making the lady who told him to shut up and dribble, which mind you, she was wrong by the way, still. Mm-hmm. It's making her point correct.
He's choosing an ultimatum.
Right.
He chose to dribble.
Right.
He's choosing to dribble because the only way we get action is if we distance ourselves from the distraction, which is the NBA.
Right.
Because if we limit the distraction that the NBA is causing right now, not to say it's a bad distraction because it's a good one, all our attention is only focused on these incidents, and we can actually do something instead of sitting down and watching a game.
And then you have an election coming for those who feel that their vote is
going to matter.
It's going to matter. Then you need to
Yeah.
hit the polls, and you need to make that happen, guys. Where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Disabled Podcast.
You hit him with the OG.
Yeah, OG one. The Disabled Podcast. Instagram is disabled_is_able. And we'll see you next week. Prayers up for Jacob and his family.
Yes.
And, hopefully this doesn't happen again.
Hopefully by next week we have a statement for him saying what happened, or maybe
he could just get some time to heal.
Get some time to
and
heal.
we can prevent these issues from happening in the world. Love, peace, kindness, people.
And we are out of here.